Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be discussing 10 intimidating video game villains who never speak. If there are some silent villains from games that we missed, don't stay quiet about them yourself. Tell us about them in the comments. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Master Hand, Super Smash Bros. Franchise. This fighting game franchise has featured a few different final bosses, but its most recurring antagonist is Master Hand. Look, disembodied hands are just creepy. We all learned that from the Addams Family. Although Master Hand may be a bit more cartoony than most, given that it's a white-gloved one, it's still enormous and the way it twirls its fingers is rather unsettling. Given that it feels like a part of something bigger, Master Hand feels like it's just toying with you. It may not speak, but Master Hand's villainous laughter and angry shouts still send shivers down our spines. Nightmare, Kirby series. The pink puffball protagonist of this franchise may be cute and cuddly, but his foes can get fairly frightening. One of Kirby's most nightmarish enemies is Nightmare. Altering between a sphere covered in stars and that of a humanoid shape sporting a cape in the same pattern, Nightmare seeks to take control of Dreamland. The final boss of several Kirby games, Nightmare may be the ultimate challenge in some fairly easy games, but his memorable design and sinister aura are enough to give anyone bad dreams. Ridley Metroid franchise. Most of the members of Bounty Hunter Samus Aran's Rogues Gallery don't speak anything resembling language, but perhaps her most ardent nemesis is the space pirate Ridley. Shaped like a cross between a dragon and a pteranodon, Ridley always makes an impact. Regardless of whether you're trapped in a tiny room with him or trying to hit him as he rains death on you from above, Ridley is a tough fight in every Metroid game he appears in. And when you look this menacing and or badass, all it takes is terrifying screeches to get his point across. Lavos, Chrono Trigger. This RPG has a lot of great villains, but most have one thing in common: Lavos. A massive destructive alien parasite, Lavos crashes into the world of Chrono Trigger and begins influencing and motivating the inhabitants. While many villains seek to use its power for their own ends, Lavos' only desire seems to be to drain the world's energy to continue its life cycle. However, doing so will be the end of the world. The looming presence Lavos has over the game is tremendously ominous, and while it may not speak, its distinct cry is utterly chilling. Calamity Ganon, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. While we're on the subject of villains whose shadow is cast across the whole game, Calamity Ganon is a literal living disaster. While plenty of Zelda games give Ganon a character, in Breath of the Wild, Calamity Ganon is more of a force of nature, as its name implies. Like a volcano, Calamity Ganon is a foreboding presence who casts a shroud across all of Hyrule, contained for the moment, but ready to erupt. Calamity Ganon also manages to be quite insidious, corrupting machines and the land itself with its malign influence. By the time you face the creature itself, you truly feel like you're facing the ultimate evil. Big Daddy Bioshock franchise. While Rapture is home to many mutated denizens, Big Daddies are especially frightening. One look at these diving suit monstrosities with drills for hands is enough to earn them a big ol' nope in our books. Acting as the guardians of the similarly modified little sisters, Big Daddies are actually kind of tragic once you learn they've been experimented on, leaving them only able to moan, groan, and growl. Of course, if you mess with their little sisters, you probably won't have time to feel sorry for them, because you'll be too busy fighting for your life. Nameless King, Dark Souls 3. The Souls franchise is filled to the brim with punishingly difficult and horrific bosses, most of which don't speak, but this optional boss from Dark Souls 3 has gained quite the reputation. The Nameless King is fought in Archdragon Peak, and fittingly battles you from atop a dragon himself, at least at first. Firing lightning and wind at the player, you're left scrambling to get hits in, without even the option of parrying him, since you can't do so to either him or his mount. Combine that steep difficulty with his badass presentation, and the Nameless King can prove daunting even for players who've gotten good. Laura, Creature, The Evil Within. The Evil Within is a trippy, terrifying game. Set within a virtual simulation based on the main antagonist's psyche, you'll encounter plenty of horrific projections, but the most intimidating is Laura, who is based on the villain's dead sister. Covered in blood and sporting arms that should not be allowed on a human being, Laura can take a ton of damage and is basically immune to bullets. Fighting her is an exercise in futility most of the time, and pretty dang scary to boot, since she'll probably be screaming at you and teleporting around. Oh, and did we mention that just a single touch from her will kill you? Because if she gets a hold of you, you're dead. And it ain't pretty. Tyrant T00, Resident Evil 2. Mr. X gon' give it to ya? Are we the last ones to make that joke? Probably not, but the point still stands. The T00 Tyrant, aka Mr. X, is an utterly petrifying adversary in Resident Evil 2 and its remake. Featuring greater intelligence than most zombies, Mr. X pursues the player with silent, implaceable drive, managing to stomp after you with surprising speed. He'll eat your bullets like they're his for breakfast, and if he gets close enough, he'll punch you in the spine. So, until you get a rocket launcher, it's best to steer clear of this sharp-dressed undead man. Pyramid Head, Silent Hill 2. Another projection of a character's psyche, in this case, the protagonist, Pyramid Head proves that James Sunderland has got a lot of issues. A male figure with its head encased in a pyramid trap, Pyramid Head's silent brutality is in its deeds, not its non-existent words. Whether it's dragging its huge sword along as it slowly pursues you, or assaulting some other enemies, Pyramid Head not only feels unstoppable, it also feels wrong. Its very existence offends and makes you want to get as far away as possible. And good luck with that, because there's always another one. Or two, in some cases. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.